this is her office. When she comes from school, this is her office, She takes some papers and a pen and she starts working.
They all do that, don't they?
Yes.
What's your name, love?
Nasreen.
I didn't even see you under there.
That's such a pretty name.
Hello.
How is your granddaughter?
Granddaughter, yes.
What class are you in, Nasreen?
Huh?
What class are you in?
At school. Are you at school? Are you at big school?
Pre-primary.
Pre-primary. Super.
I said the most beautiful words of welcome in any language.
Is
That's
welcome.
right. Is
No,
welcome.
not welcome. It's in Arabic.
Oh yeah.
He says ahlan wa sahlan.
Ahlan
Wa sahlan.
was sahlan.
Wa sahlan. Ahlan means we are a family. Just think that we are a member of the family.
Yes.
And sahlan means be at ease.
Yeah.
In other words, if you think that these are all one family members, you want to pick your nose, go ahead, no comment. You don't have to put up some acts, formalities. I'm sitting before some the Pope,
Just
So, I'm like, no, so just think you're a member of the family.
And be at ease. That's very nice.
That's the way to do it.
Yourself, where's the chair?
No, it's all right.
No.
I'm just wondering if am I on candid camera?
Your offices are beautiful.
Yes.
Oh, they
I
are
was just
lovely.
explaining to my wife. Oh, he's taping everything I say. Look, tape
She's
recorders.
got 2 tapes, eh?
Yeah,
Just to make sure.
That's right.
No, Yusuf, drag a chair.
All right, I'll bring one, sir.
Wheel one out, Neil. Oh, there you go.
That's right.
Thank you very much.
What are you making?
That's all right. That's it.
So I feel very happy.
Thank
Because
you.
usually Neil comes along and my brother
John.
come along.
Yeah.
They just want to do business.
Yeah.
It's very kind
Well,
of
this
you
time
guys.
we're not even going to talk
Lovely.
business.
Right.
This is
Right.
purely pleasure.
But as a blessing, says everything else is added in. It's an amazing thing. While we're sitting and chatting, some idea comes to you, and in that type of atmosphere, you do some of the big businesses.
That's right.
No, I'm interested in that. Like you phoned our treasurer,
Yes,
and you want to know whether we are in the market, and he told you no.
that's right.
No lies.
That's right.
But in the meantime, we got some communication. It's right. So we phoned you.
That's right.
I think it was the same day.
It was
The day
it
after.
was the day after.
I spoke
Yeah,
to Yusuf
yeah.
on Thursday.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yusuf.
And we spoke on Friday.
Yeah.
On Friday we phoned you.
That's right.
Look, come, we want to talk business.
What happened is a benefactor in the Middle East decided to make a donation to the Islamic Propagation Center. And he faxed or phoned through and said, I want to make a donation. But the day before, John had spoken to the treasurer and they said, no, we haven't got any money at the moment to buy anything, we're not looking. And the very next day, the benefactor phoned. So Ahmed got his son, Yosef, to ring me. And he rang me. Hello, Mr. Agji. Hello.
You keeping well? This is my wife, John. This is Agji.
Athni, Mr. Agji, hello, how are you?
Hello.
My wife, Athni Spall.
Our Secretary
Can I
General.
get you a chair?
No, you sit.
No, please.
Say what is it?
Iraqi's chair. Teleja. All right.
Be there a few minutes, man.
All right.
Yes. So,
No, don't worry. No, don't worry.
yes.
You made yourself comfortable, have you?
No, you make yourself comfortable.
Helping myself to chairs. I'm going to take a rug like that and roll it up and take it out.
So now we want to know each other better.
Yes.
See, as it is, we are so close, most especially we Muslims, to the Jews and the Christians. We are the closest to the Jew.
In what way?
In our concept of the divinity. The Jew says that God Almighty is absolutely unique. He has no partners, he has no sons. God is not seen at any time. No man can see God and live. And we give our hand of acceptance to the Jew that we believe as we believe. The Jew says no eating of the flesh of swine. We say we won't eat it. He says no eating of blood. We say we won't touch it. He says circumcision. I say we are circumcised. What more do you want? We would say that Islam is Judaism made universal. It's the same religion on a universal level.
Universal level.
We in the House of Islam believe in all the Jewish prophets as our prophets and all the heroes as our heroes. I'm not talking about the modern ones. With them we are at war. I'm talking about the biblical.
Right.
Moses, David, Solomon, Jesus. All the Jewish prophets are our prophets. We accept them all.
Right.
The only real difference is they won't accept one of ours. It's an irony. We accept all the Jewish prophets as our prophets, they won't accept one of ours.
Muhammad.
That's all. The strife in the Middle East is political. It's not religious. It's not racial.
You know, I'm so pleased to hear you say that, because when I heard that this one of your Islamic leaders in the Cape has now declared it to be a holy war, how can one justify a political invasion like that to be a holy war?
Right.
And let's also take a play on words. How can a war be holy anyway?
That will be on another level.
Yeah.
We can discuss. I'm not with what they say. This war is not a holy war. What's going on now is not a holy war.
Yeah.
But there can be holy war.
Yeah.
Like we have been fighting for peace, 1948 and 1914.
Yes.
So many million of our young men died for truth and justice, for peace. So now, if that, you're defending your own country. Hitler was attacking Britain, rocket that, and now you're defending yourself. And now the only way that you extend your hostilities, like Gibbon, the master historian, in Decline and Fall of the Empire, he says, man has a right to defend his person and his possession, and to extend his hostility reasonable amount of satisfaction and retaliation. Every human being has that right to defend himself, his person, his possession.
To turn the other cheek.
And no, turning the other cheek is a beautiful philosophy. You see? But now I want to know who's turning the other cheek.
That's right.
Who, when? Now, so on that basis, I was telling my good British people when I went there, I said, you see, turning the other cheek, you good Christians, you should have told Hitler. He said, look, what are you worried about? Come, welcome. You want to take over Britain? Britain, yes. Come and take it over. And our empire as well. You know, turn the other cheek. If a man takes your coat, give him your cloak also.
That's
our
right.
empire. I said, did you do that? He says, no. I said, why didn't you? You good Christian. No. What you did was right. So we fight them on the beaches, you know, with the brooms. I said, you are justified. That's a holy war. Holy defense of your country, your nation, your position. You have every right. Whether one side is wrong or right, what happened, what now, but now, in your mind, it's a holy thing that you're doing. It's the right thing, righteous thing. It's holy. So that you're doing something holy, defending yourself, and in the process you're going to kill the other guy. You've got to, otherwise he's going to kill you. So what can you do? Right. So but now with our Jewish cousins, our problem is that piece of land, Palestine. My brothers, the Arabs say Palestine belongs to us, and my cousins, the Jews, they say Palestine belongs to us. So we are both fighting for a piece of land. It's not a fight, a war over religion, or it's not a war over race. The Jew doesn't say kill the Arab because he's a Muslim. Or the Arab doesn't say kill the Jew because he's a Jew. No, he said you took my land. They're both fighting for a piece of land.
That's what all wars are about,
Okay.
it's land.
Right or wrong,
Yeah.
on either side, they're both fighting for a piece of land. Where we can, I believe that we can sit and talk.
I think
Sit and talk. But that's what people don't want to do.
that's what civilization's all about.
Correct.
isn't it?
We don't want to talk. We can differ. But I want you to see my point of view. That's all. At the end of it, it is, well, Mr. Deedat, I see your point of view, but I'm sorry, I don't agree with you.
I mean, you must agree that there'll come a time when, if you cannot resolve it by talking,
Right.
what do you do?
Right. I just had this page opened up here.
Right.
I was explaining to somebody else, I'm sorry. It tells you here, the solution.
Right.
I was talking to the other guy, so it's still open to the same place. It says here, if two parties among the believers fall into a quarrel, make ye peace between them. But if one of them transgresses beyond bounds against the other, then fight ye all against the one that transgresses, until it complies with the command of God.
Right.
This is what is just and right. If two parties, this is
Yeah, that's very
one
clear.
nation and another, or between a family or between individuals, we are to make peace. So now to make peace, I want to listen to you both.
Yeah.
What's the problem? I listen to you, I listen to him, then I tell you, I said, look sister, in this case here, why don't you compromise, come to terms. I think,
Yeah.
Mr. Neil Paul is, he's in the right. Now, he won't listen because you are too strong. So in that case, all of us now must get together to put you right.
Yes.
Look, the United Nations, the United Nations.
Sure.
All of you get together and put the guy right.
And Saddam won't listen.
Right. So, to me now, the thing is, when you say holy war, my people, emotion. We are all talking from emotions. And this is one of the basic, I think, the ingredients of man, is emotions. And the most powerful factor in emotion is hatred. That's the most motivating force, hatred of the people. So, you see, we are taking stands on that basis of emotions and hatred. We hate the Americans. Not Americans as the people, me personally. I like the people. Because they are big and strong, and you can talk to them and argue and debate with them, and when you bowl them over, they recognize. No, but they recognize that no, you have a point there. Now that's a greatness. But I'm not talking about the people, the nation. I'm talking about the governments. Because every successive government is being manipulated by somebody. They say there is something what is called the Jewish lobby. There are 6 million Jews in America. Now the 6 million Jews has a power of vote. No president can become the president of the United States without Jewish backing. So you need the sympathy. They want to know now, what do you think about this problem? Jesse Jackson, he said something, finish. Andrew Young, he said something about the parents, look, give them a hearing, finish, gone. You'll never hear about the guy again. There is some power at work that if you say anything that goes against the Jewish interest in any way, right or wrong, you are finished. So I can see that now America is the cause of our problem in the Middle East against the Jews. If Americans didn't come in, we could have settled ourselves between ourselves. They said, look, when we are brothers and cousins, look, you need us, we need you. We could have come to terms. But now America is putting up. 1948, Israel came into being. How? The United Nations. What happened there? America couldn't get sufficient votes for the partition of Palestine. So America blackmailed all the small nations that you, if you don't vote towards this resolution, they'll be held to pay. This is history. Every history book of Palestine will tell you that America blackmailed the people to vote.
They went back on their word too to the Arabs, didn't they?
Right. So, first, Britain, Balfour Declaration, you're giving somebody else's property to somebody else. Your father's property, right? I'm talking of Britain. Is that your father's property that you want to give? Why didn't you give part of England or Scotland? No. Oh, wait. Why give away the Arab country? You America, why are you giving away somebody else's property?
I'm not an authority on Jewish affairs or history and that, but surely it was written in the book that that's where they came from.
No, right. No, we'll come to that. We're just looking at why I hate America. I just want to tell you why I hate America. Why the whole Muslim world hates America.
Hate is too strong a word.
No,
I can't believe that you hate anybody.
The man of God.
No. You see, if it is so, Jesus said, this is, he is not of me who does not hate his father and his mother and his wife and his children and love me. He says, you must hate. I don't know what it means. That's biblical, your King James Version. You have to hate them all before you follow me. No, like I'll open up the verse for you. But let's say, maybe the word is...
it's a little strong.
I'm too strong. But now, to give you the shock, as a right, I hate America. I want to show you now what happens, the emotions, what it's doing to you, and what's doing to the masses. You don't expect from me, but I said, now look what about the masses.
Do you consider America as being the enemy in this particular conflict, or is it the United Nations? Because
No. I'm just showing you why people talk what they're talking. I don't want to give you that, then we can...
Then we can be more specific.
Why is this type of the mood? What has created the mood? So America created the problem for us, Israel, by partitioning Palestine. Then she's giving Israel $3 billion a year gift. Our money lying in American banks, it's all right. Just pass it on. $3 billion a year, our money, we're giving to the Jews to arm them against us. Every successive war in the Middle East, we are not fighting the Jews alone, we're fighting America. In 1973, for the first time, the Arabs took the initiative. The Ramadan War, the Yom Kippur War, first time. Every time they're getting caught out. For the first time they caught out the Jews. They caught them off guard. Because they didn't heed the warning given by America. Through satellites, they told them, look, the Arabs are on the move. But they said, we know the Arab psychology. They make a big noise. So we'll hit you, we'll do this, we'll do that. By that time, preemptive strike. So they know, this is just, So they took it lightly, the warnings. But the Arabs were really on the move. And they caused the Barley flying. They had the Jews by the throat. And Israel cries for help. And America with milling machines direct into the battlefield. Turn the tables. So Sadat, as a wise man, he says, look man, every time we fight this devil, we're fighting America, and we can't fight him. So the best thing is to make a compromise. So Camp David Accord. He broke up the Arab unity, but I can't blame him. I'm sympathetic towards Sadat for what he did. This guy, the wear and over the shoe pinches. Every war, Egypt is getting the whole...
Getting everything bombarded.
No, the north. So now it's created, America is creating the problems for us. America goaded Iraq to invade Iran. America goaded her.
Did they?
Yes. This war here, 8 days before, 2nd of August, on the 25th of July, April Gillespie, the United States ambassador to Baghdad, she's telling Saddam, this was in the New York Times, on 25th of July, she's telling Saddam, he said, we are not interested in Arab upon Arab confrontation, like here, black upon black. They said, the government said, look, you will kill yourself, we don't care there. Something, I said, look, that's Arab upon Arab, it's not our business. The price of oil, he said, look, there are so many people in America, they will be happy to see that the price of oil go up, because they are also oil producers. Maybe people in Britain also will be happy if the price went up. That's all business people. You know, business people are like that. You don't care about the nation, it's about yourself and how much more profit you can make. So actually gave him the green light. Gave Saddam the green light. You won't interfere.
This was the American
Mrs. April Gillespie.
April Gillespie.
That's a Gillespie. She told Saddam.
But what authority did she have?
As an ambassador.
Was she the ambassador?
Ambassador of America in Iraq. So you talk, you know, so maybe to her is just talking lightly.
But you never hear that. I've never heard that story before.
They're not repeating. I got the video of the CNN, not CNN, that other program, Donahue.
Yes.
Said, look, they don't talk about it anymore. Nobody ever talks about it on any media. Why?
Yeah.
April Gillespie, this is what it appeared in the New York Times, and nobody contradicts it. In other words, now this guy was given the green light.
What, to enter Kuwait?
That's right. No, this is not our problem. That's yours. This is, you know, like you're telling Bhuttelis in Qatar and the ANC. They said, you people, you fight it out, you know, we will look the other way. Right? Maybe it's not suit us that way. Right? You kill yourself. It's nothing to do with that. We won't jump in. So April Gillespie gave him the green light. But maybe they had second thoughts afterwards. Who? America. Maybe I'm thinking that the Jews, they said, look, this is an opportunity, golden opportunity to destroy Iraq. If you don't destroy Iraq now, we'll become the real monster what Hitler was. And that's a fact. And the only danger in the Middle East for the Jews was Iraq. So this is the opportunity to get that guy out now.
Not Saudi Arabia and all those.
No. The fears are different. You see, the fear is this guy's taken Kuwait. Next thing, this is my brother. He's done it. He's taken one country, one benefactor.
And you come and take another one.
Right. And Saudi Arabia is so big, is so vast. If you look at the map of the world, there's a huge chunk of land. You don't find Iraq there, you don't find Kuwait there, the only thing you see is Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia, yeah.
But the standing army of Saudi Arabia happens to be 65,000. Not even good for breakfast. You know?
Standing army?
Standing army of Saudi Arabia.
65,000?
65,000.
And Sudan's
1 million.
1 million, you got half a million there already.
This was the hope of our side. As far as the Iraq was concerned. We were looking forward to the day when she would attack Israel. Look, this is our hearts, you know, our emotions, because this is our land they have taken and there's nothing we can do. We are frustrated. You know, every time America comes in, now we have a brother coming up who's going to do the job for us. And he's promising half of Israel is going to blast out. Okay? Look, hate, prejudice. Right or wrong, this is how all human beings, their minds are working. Right. So, instead of going into Israel, the guy goes and takes Kuwait. Easy meat. That Kuwait was his benefactor. You have some grievances against Kuwait, but no, that didn't justify the invasion and raping that country. So now Saudi Arabia get terrified. He said, look, this is the next move. So he cries for help. So if he cries for help, any devil will do. This is human nature. If you are drowning and somebody, your very enemy, comes on a raft or a boat, gives a helping hand, Paul is not going to shout, hey, don't take his hand, you know, he is a rapist, a murderer. He can't swim, the coward. So anyhow, he can be saved. Save my wife, my daughter, my sister. This is the price for help. And you say, America, the devil comes to the rescue. Right? He has his motive. If Kuwait was producing sausages, America would never have come in. It's oil. And that. So we said, now there are other factors involved. But to me now, I said, Saudi Arabia was justified in calling for help. And this guy comes to help. I can't blame America. But the people, is a hatred, is making them to think now.
It's almost
all the people were against Iraq when she invaded Iran. The same people now turn somersault. No, this is the masses. This is the mind of the masses. You know, you can just you can play with them on emotions, especially hatred.
They have to listen to someone though to
right. So now that someone, you need a platform. Right? You need a platform. Because when you talk and reason, I said, no, come tell me. You said there's jihad. He's talking to me. You know, the Muslims said this is jihad. I said, now, was it jihad when Iraq invaded Iran?
That's exactly what I said yesterday. It's exactly what I said yesterday.
Was that jihad?
Was that jihad, yeah.
So this is not. Because you know, it was wrong for Iraq to do that. So it's not jihad. So now, is it right for Iraq to invade Kuwait? So that, you know, so now somehow it was justified. So they said, you see, at one time, this was a part of Iraq. Kuwait was a part of it. It is these Westerners. They cut us up. So for easier manipulation. I said, okay. But before they did that, that whole region was a part of the Ottoman Empire. Turkey was ruling it. Now can the Turks have a claim to all this? He said, look, even Iraq belongs to us. What the hell are you talking about Kuwait?
Yeah.
You know, this is all ours. This was the Ottoman Empire, even including Saudi Arabia. Has she a right? You said, no. I said, on the same principle what you are talking about, the Jews have a right to the West Bank. They said, this is Judea and Samaria.
Yeah.
Have they a right? You says, no. So there is no jihad.
Yeah, that's right.
No, you see, now you've got to sit and talk.
Most important.
Now, the main factor that was moving us was hatred. So this book, nobody reads the book. I'm talking about the Muslims. I'm not talking about you.
I read it.
No, nobody really reads it. Really.
You gave me one.
No. You see what I mean? Really reading means you read with the idea of this book is a book of instructions telling you under all these problems what to do, how to behave, what to say, what not to say. So here it tells you. Tells you. O you who believe, chapter 5, verse 9. You can check it out at home. 5, 9. O you who believe, you have faith, you believe in God. Stand out firmly for God. Stand up firmly for God. As witnesses to fair dealing. If you stand up for fair dealing, for justice, you are standing for God. God is just and you are doing justice. You are standing for God. You are on the same wavelength with God. You are on the same wavelength with God. To be one with God. You say, atonement, at 1 month with God. If this is God's position, I take that position. So you are one with Him. You don't make a mistake. As witnesses to God, as witnesses to faith. And let not the hatred of others to you make you swerve to wrong and depart from justice. What's making you to take up certain stance? Is your hatred. I hate the Americans. Now that's what's moving me. It's my criterion of judging now. So I'm confused. I hate the Iraqis. Now that's making me to take up stance. I said, don't do that. I hate the Saudis. For so many reasons. No, but let not that be a criterion of judging. Right, wrong. Now I must do justice. So now I want to listen. So look, I must get rid of all that. My hatred for the Americans, my hatred for the Jews, my hatred for the Iraqis, my hatred for the Saudis.
See them all as brothers. You see them all as brothers.
Right. No, as far as justice is concerned now, you are two litigants coming along before me. I like one and I don't like the other. Like a Hippocratic oath. You take, this should be like an oath that every judge must utter before he starts proceedings. So let not that hatred of a people make you to commit injustice against them.
I think it's very difficult with humans who have preconceived hatreds You have a natural dislike for the Americans, which you've already
That's
said. So you are always, no matter how you try, because you're a human being, you're going to be biased in that direction.
Right. Now the Creator knows the machine He has made.
Yeah.
He knows this machine with that proclivity or weakness. So now He's warning you, and this is the data material for your programming. Now if you are programmed that way, again and again you say, do justice, even if it goes against yourself, even if it goes against your father or your mother, or against the rich or the poor, just do justice. You know, if you program yourself from childhood, you will be able to do it.
Yeah,
See, it's a program.
You condition.
You condition. See? There are amazing things you can do. There are people who are programmed, when the dear one died, they laugh. See, I had Africans working with me, dear brothers when I was there, with the Jews. And the man comes to me, he's a priest of the time, African. He says, you know, my child died in this. He's happy. How can you be happy? He breaks down. He's happy. No, he's programmed. He said, no, that's the will of God. He said, man, but you're not happy. Muhammad was found crying when his son died. He said, what is this that we see? He said, this is what I owe my child. I'm not protesting, I'm not complaining, but he said, this is what I owe the departed soul. So I must give what I owe to him, my child. God is great, born, and now the child is taken away. I cry. This is what I owe to him. I give what is due. However, the call is on, and as soon as we watch the prayer, we come back and we'll carry on, we'll eat, and we'll talk. And any questions that you have, you just hold them, and then when you return.
The prayer is on.
Yeah, you're going now.
You're now.
Oh, yes, come.
Oh, yes.
Yes. This is an experience of a lifetime. You see the Muslim at prayer.
Can I leave my...
And it's done for you especially. If you like, you can leave. Yes, quite safe.
Am I bad?
Yes, it will be.
We'll see all our clients all in one now.
Oh, sorry, darling. Right. Neil and Ethne. And thank you. John and Joan. John and Joan is easy. It's almost like John and John. Joan. Neil and Ethne.
Same like Joan of Arc.
Okay.
Round, it was over. First round. So I said, no, you see, Mr. Beer, I am prepared to concede that God did make such a promise. Although on the basis of the test, it fails. That means this was not the word of God. But I will concede, as if Palestine was my father's property. I am prepared to give it to you. And this title deed of yours, you see.
Hello.
So, I said, I am prepared to concede. So, what does it say? It says, I will give unto thee and to the seed after thee. So, all right, Abraham didn't get it, but what was the seed? So, I'm asking, who is the seed of Abraham? He said, we, the Jews. I said, no doubt, you are the seed of Abraham. But are you the only seed?
If so, Abraham wasn't very
I said, you see,
well travelled.
Abraham, in the book of Genesis alone, no less than 12 places. It says, as for Ishmael, I have heard thee, God says, 12 princes shall he beget. I'll make him a great nation because he is thy seed. And again, as for Ishmael, thy son. And as for Ishmael, 12, no less than 12 places.
Forget.
Right. And if God Almighty calls Ishmael as the son and seed of Abraham, who are you to deny him that? So, I said, if you are the son and seed of Abraham, and if the Arabs are the son and seed of Abraham, why don't you two live in peace and harmony as brothers and share the land? He says, no, Deedat, you see, we had it under David and Solomon. You know, it was ours. I said, how did you get it, sir? Where did you get it? Where did it come from? You came from Egypt, they unified 12 tribes against these Palestinians, poor chaps, all village states, because in one day the Bible says you killed 30 kings. 30 kings in a day. 30 kingdoms you conquered. What it means is 30 little villages. So these village chiefs, you know, so they are kings. And you conquered 30 kingdoms in one day. What does it mean? It means you are a united people against this village, that village, that village, you bulldoze them all. So you got it by force. Does that entitle you to Palestine? If that is so, then I said we are entitled to Spain. You know we ruled Spain for 800 years. The only thing that you can see in that country today if you go, besides the bullfights and the castanets, that's the only thing the Spanish people can show you. The only other thing are the alhambras. Cordova. Who's that? My fathers, they built it there. Right? Monument still there. So I can go and claim and say, look, my fathers built all this, and we ruled here for 800 years. Have we a right to claim the country? He says, no. I said, can the Dutch go back to Indonesia and say, look, we ruled it for 300 years? Portuguese ruled Mozambique for 500 years. Can they claim it that this is ours because our fathers ruled it for 500 years? He says, no. Then I said, what right? So he said, well, we possess it. Possession is 9th of the law. I said, okay. So you possess it by force. So they, by force, they have a right to take it away.
But why
If might is right, if might...
Arabic or the Muslim world want that little piece of land that belongs to the
No, it's a sentimental feeling. You see, if your father was buried there, if your father was buried there, your grandma was buried there, your child was buried there, circumcised, the skin is buried there, he has a greater love and contact with that land than the guy in Russia. Damn it all, he didn't see the land, he doesn't know the single Jewish word. This guy is living there and you kicked him out. Who will have a greater feeling for that land? You, if you have that feeling after 2,000 years of being scattered, you have the feeling and you come back. This guy, you chased him out yesterday. He still has got all the nostalgia, the remembrance of all the fragrance and the smell around there. He wants it. So you tell him, look at the world is big. I said, look man, this is what I want, this is mine.
May I join you all?
Yes, go ahead.
Delighted to have you. Absolutely
Delighted to be here with my friend to understand what the Upluk world means. You know. Upluk world is the world upper world. The lady don't understand this one.
Can I pause this one? May I have some of that?
But you know,
Yes. So you see, John, what we have to do is, we have to dispassionate this and now let's look at the problem. Not I love this one, I hate that one. The Western world is made to hate the Arabs, so now you're passing judgment on that. I hate the Americans, so I pass judgment on that. I said, no. Let's sit down and say now, where is right? Who is in the right? Where justice lies. And I must be prepared to do justice, whether it goes against me.
But all those people that have a sense of belonging to that land, surely it's only a small portion of the rest of the world. Not all of them would say they have ancestors buried there. So wouldn't they be able to say that people who think they have ancestors buried there could talk it over with them? Not
Right.
the whole
Now the Jew doesn't want to talk. For all these years, you don't want to talk to the Palestinians. You say they're terrorists. And I'm asking, what are you begging? And you Shamir, you are all ranked terrorists. Count Bernadette, who killed him? Those British soldiers, who hanged them in the public square. What are you talking about? About terrorism. You are all terrorists. The British government offered $48,000 reward on Begin, catching him dead or alive.
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah? So I said, now who's a terrorist?
Isn't terrorism justified in order to gain what you're entitled to?
That's not true. No.
I'm posing a question. I don't know. I want that answer. If I have the right
what
to
is this, Armin?
This is a spiced sour milk, yogurt. That's for flavoring that.
May I try something? What a good question to pose. We could be here all day debating the answer to that one.
I'm sorry I posed that.
No, when a person poses a question, see, I believe in the principle, if I pose a question, no matter how difficult it may be, I would have the answer. That means in the end I must supply you the answer. Otherwise it's mischief. I'm making mischief. I'm just trying to show how clever I am.
Got you now.
Riddles, I create riddles for you and keep you busy. That's devilish. To me that's devilish, Lawyers do that. Not one of God.
We must find ways and means of either pushing forward our case or defending ourselves in the other man's case.
I think that the civilized man in every race, colour and creed must appreciate that there are innocents who are involved in terrorism, which is totally unforgivable. I cannot believe that you can kill children, and there's a child sitting at this table to justify anything.
Innocent bystanders.
I don't care what it is. And I think that anybody who promotes terrorism as such is doing a great, great wrong to the world and should be taught a lesson.
Perhaps we would qualify it, as I was saying about it, just terrorism directed at individuals or people outside of your territory or not involved, like attacking airports and civilian targets and so on. That I don't support.
Or a supermarket or something.
But supposing I'm involved in the defense of my country, supposing I'm involved in the defense of my country, in terms of modern equipment, I'm entitled to use whatever weapons I possess, including chemical weapons for that matter.
Yeah.
So what is sacred about any weapon? If it's war, all weapons are justifiable. So the entire process is really, if you like, based on terrorism. You've got to terrify your enemies.
Yes.
That's what the Quran tells you. Terrify you, but so powerful that you terrify your enemies, he doesn't want to face you. What is all your means? But within that territory of where you have to defend your rights, to promote your rights, to protect your property, or protect your country, or take your country back. In that context that I use the word terrorism as a part of the same process of military activity, you know. But no, you can't go and bomb civilians and Air Force and fascists and so on and murder them. That's out of question.
But
taking the route of
what you're doing is, with the terrorists in the world today, it's the indiscriminate killing of people who are totally disassociated with your problem,
Absolutely.
merely to cause sensationalism, so that you advertise your cause. I mean, take the Olympic Games. That slaughter at the Olympic Games was unforgivable.
Absolutely.
Those athletes had nothing whatsoever to do with the cause, or any cause. They were there on a sporting venture. And to slaughter them indiscriminately it's unbelievably barbaric, and that's all I can do.
Absolutely, no, but we can never justify that on any ground.
No. I believe that terrorism directed at your enemy is fair and just if he's a soldier who is acknowledged that he's at war with you, but to involve other people. And it's only in the last few years that that's ever happened too. There have been innocent casualties, which are innocent casualties to inadvertently being in the wrong place at the wrong time. That's a different matter. But to go out and put a bomb in a shopping centre in Amanzimtoti because something happened in the Middle East is unforgivable. I can't justify the
all
one.
agree on that.
Yeah.
Can't find words to condemn that.
And they're totally innocent people. They could even be your own child. You know, it could be your own child who's gone there shopping, and you could be blowing up your own child.
This is a delightful meal.
I like
Have you
this.
tried the yogurt? Yeah.
This yogurt is splendid. Have you tried the yogurt?
Lovely with it.
Can you check that? Yeah. Check? No. Give me.
Mr. Deedat, do you believe that life is eternal?
Life means here, no. We
No, the
but
spiritual life is
yes,
eternal.
yes, we believe.
So what is the point in fighting and doing away with one another's bodies if life is eternal?
Right.
Huh?
So the thing is now, we are all thinking in terms of, I think the Christian and the Muslim and the Jew. We are all believing in the principle that this life is the only life that we
That's
have.
right, and I mean, really,
This, on this earth, this is the only life that we have. And
that's
this
why
is
Christianity propagates that.
Right.
They say that this is your only life.
Right.
Jesus
And-
said
correct.
the last to be conquered will be death. The last enemy to be conquered will be death. So to me, it's so ridiculous to try and slaughter when life is eternal. I mean,
that's the life. Hereafter, the soul carries on, good or bad.
That's
If
right.
you have done well, you will be rewarded, and if you have done wrong, you will be punished, purified. That's why. But now here at the moment, I said, now I want to also live comfortably.
Thank you very much.
So we had, conquest of nations, every nation going out of their way to find territories, colonies for themselves. So in that process now, we are doing injustices against different people. Now those people, now when they come to their senses, they want to rectify this case. So in the process now, Mozambique, the 10 years, Kani. Here, in our own country, the guys have been throwing bombs and doing what and what. That problem in Southwest Africa, on the borders, our sons were dying. So all this because of certain injustices.
That's right.
So now,
don't you put it down to the first law of human nature, which is self-preservation, which is causing all this?
no, greed.
Excuse me.
The greed is making you to
That's
do
of course
injustice.
greed, because you want to safeguard your family,
Right,
your home, your...
at the expense of somebody else.
That's right.
You see, so we are allowed, justified to protect ourselves
But
and
until-
reach ourselves by all means, but
until man
not at
realizes-
somebody else's expense.
No, but until man realizes that we'll never be peace in this world.
Correct.
Because we're each trying to outdo the other.
Correct.
Tell me. Beg your pardon? Tea. Who would like tea? Everybody would like tea. It's a good, strong English drink. Black tea, eh?
And that tea for
Black.
me, thanks.
Oh, that's fine. Tell me, Ahmed,
Yes.
the Islamic community in South Africa is divided up into what? How do you, I mean, I hear there's someone in the Cape who's declared this holy war now.
Right.
Now, is there someone in Natal who's equivalent, or do you all have,
No,
what is the hierarchy? How does it work?
There's no hierarchy.
Listen,
Everybody is free for all because we have no bishops or popes.
yeah,
Everybody, whatever he thinks,
just stands up and says it.
right.
So he's not speaking for the Islamic community as a whole.
No, he can't.
He's speaking for
For
himself.
himself. Although he claims to...
He might say the whole lot.
They're
Oh,
all Muslims.
everybody is with me.
That's the impression that one
Yes,
gets.
yes, unfortunately.
Everybody is with me. But who is everybody you're talking about? Did you take a poll? Did you ask anybody any questions?
Yeah. Obviously, you come with something. This is not a holy war by any imagination.
Politically,
We were discussing that earlier before lunch, and I think we all agree that anybody who declares that must have some other motive for doing so. It doesn't. It means either stirring up trouble, or he has some other motive. But by no
There's
stretch of
easier way.
the-
No, there's an easier way
Yeah.
of getting a guy involved.
But,
When he says holy,
Yes, of course.
so this is if I die,
Then you get the simple
if I
people
die,
who will just
yeah.
flock to you
So
anyway.
that means I'm right with God. You know,
somebody said that he wasn't a Muslim, or he wasn't a practicing Muslim.
Saddam.
Hussein.
that is, I think, to a great extent. That's true.
And now all of a
Although at the
sudden
moment,
he's
yeah.
practicing
At the
Muslim.
moment we see him,
Now you see him as a practicing Muslim.
Correct.
Perhaps it suits him.
Say it's too late.
The slogans and labels are used of Islam
Yeah.
to promote themselves in religion.
And to make
Like people say in the name of Christianity. People do use that.
Yes.
But they're not truly Christians.
No.
If Hitler says something in the name of Christianity, would they still Christian? To say, well, I'm doing this in the name of Christianity. So it's music. Because he was an Italian or maybe or a Catholic.
Yeah, but you're taking
No.
God's name in vain.
Right, so it's God's name in vain. So Muslims are also taking God's name in vain.
It's obviously to encourage as many people to
Yeah.
join him as possible to
Yeah.
exclaim anything.
Correct,
An issue as important as this, what if we had a single Muslim body with all the leading intellectuals, historians, and the learned men in the religious sense getting together and debating this issue, coming to a unanimous decision, then promulgating that decision, then there would be a few opposites in South Africa.
But I mean, if he left Kuwait now, the war would cease, right? If he said, right, we're going to leave Kuwait, and if Kuwait should take over again, that is not what they do.
Even now, at this moment, it is also.
I mean, and if he's allowed to get away, then he'll try with all the other...
So I was thinking of this situation from many perceptions. For example, a Muslim, if he's engaged in a holy war, whether it's armed properly or not properly, he is to fight. He is to fight, and he's not allowed to retreat. Am I right?
No, there are times when you can retreat, you see, with the idea that you will come back.
Did you know,
One day too.
in the British Army there's
You
no
don't give
such
up.
thing as retreat. It's known as a strategic withdrawal.
Retreat in the sense that you're now running away from the battle.
No, we will not
from the battle of truth.
Yeah, we don't run.
Yeah, we don't run away from that. That in that sense, I mean, our English language is very
Strategic withdrawal.
it's good for lawyers, but it's perfect for us. We really enjoy that. Yeah.
Can I pass you something?
Thank you very much. What was I want?
The tree. You were withdrawing.
Yes. So he's now trying to make this a holy war. Yeah. If it was so, the Saddam maybe say, well, he can't really talk peace now. You know, he's engaged in a holy war. He's going to defend Islam, as it were. Right. We'll be all in it. He'll probably get the whole half of the Muslim world joining him. But this is, you can't make it into a holy war. It's not a holy war. It's an unholy war, actually. Still, you know. A man who could let it be very nice.
Spices are actually cut down.
Very nice. Destroy all opposition. Absolute tyrannical rule. You dare say something that he thinks is against his government, you're gone. In that way, he's eliminated hundreds of learned men. People think and reason and so on.
Would you like something? Are you drinking tap? Because you've got to watch your diet.
Now he's posing as the martyr, as it were. Well, a lot of mad people who are also supporting that sort of thing. Thank you. You know, everybody says you'll cook this, I occasionally join.
Ha, Baba. Muche.
Yes.
She calls me Papa.
Papa.
And she calls her father Daddy. So you can make a big mistake when you come home. He says, where's Papa? Where's Papa? Says Papa is not there. And you're thinking about her daddy. And the guy comes out. He's not there. He's here. She's alive. You explain not to.
And could put Papa in an embarrassing position.
It could do it sometimes, yeah. I saw Papa and so and so and so. You know, is doing away with the person's right to think for himself.
Yes,
You are programming him. You're conditioning him.
Right.
And really, I'm not in total agreement that everybody should be programmed. I think the right of the individual is paramount.
From birth to death.
If I will think anything I want to think,
Right.
even though I've been programmed from childhood to do certain things,
Right.
And I will do those automatically.
No, what has happened is, whatever Paul is talking now, he's programmed with all that. People have been talking, you know that, look, we must have the freedom. He is programmed. We are all programmed.
We're all conditioned.
If you say, somebody is doing it to you all the time. When you look at the AdWords, what are they doing to you? Programming you. When you want to buy, what toothpaste you going to buy? Colgate.
Yeah.
Why Colgate?
Yeah, but they also had subliminal advertising.
Right. Now we say that's unfair. Now that we say, now look, that's like a magic. It's like black magic. So we say, no, we won't allow that. But normally, every time a person opens his mouth, him or she, what are you doing? Why did you open your mouth? When you open your mouth, trying to tell me something, you want me to accept your point of view. No?
That's right.
No, the purpose. You see, you're not conscious, but you see in the Bible, you know, the Jews, you were programmed. Can you see that? You were programmed, not for the purpose of, look, I'm programming you, you know, you must see this. No, you heard the thing. It's all right, you accepted that the Jews, you know, Palestine belongs to the Jews. Right. So now this other guy comes along, he says it belongs to me. At the back of the mind that these vagabonds, you know, these barbarians, they're trying to snatch away the land from the Jews. God has given it to them. They have the title deed, and these guys won't see it. So they are programmed. So I'm programmed. I'm also programmed. But not enough. Let us see if we can. We are mature people now.
But you must be able to program to listen to others' point of view.
Correct. Yeah. We say we are mature people now. I say, all right, now let's see I want to hear your case. I want to hear your case. Then I said, no, madam, look.
But most people who say that don't want to hear your case.
Correct.
They merely want to be able to prove to you that you're wrong.
Mr. Deedat, do you agree that if you are talking truth, you cannot talk truth. You cannot express truth. The moment you start expressing anything, you are then using your conditioning to express what you say.
No, we are given. For example, Jesus said, seek ye the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
That's right.
What is truth?
Truth must be found within you.
No. That what is found within you is your conditioning. You see, the
kingdom of heaven is within you.
Right. That means that's a different thing. But now, what is coming out from you is your programming. You see, the South Sea Islander, the headhunter, his conscience doesn't prick him when he chops off your head and tries to shrink your skull. Does it? No, it doesn't. Why? It's programmed. So his conscience tells him there's nothing wrong with it. Am I right? Paul, Neil, he marries and gets another wife. Another woman.
He better not.
Now, his conscience will prick him.
You promised you wouldn't tell them.
His conscience will prick
If you got
him.
another wife, wouldn't have a conscience.
No, you see, the thing is, let's say circumstances, something happened, a compromise, and then he has, taken another wife on the sly, and he's supplying her needs as well, and at the back of it, he's feeling guilty about it. The guilt is there. He doesn't want people to know. He doesn't want you to know. He doesn't want his friend to know. Nobody must know. That means he's feeling guilty about what he's doing. Right. Me, I don't feel guilty. See, if I take 2 or 3 or 4, because my religion says, no, it's not a sin.
That's right.
You eat the pig, you don't feel guilty. If I eat pork, I feel guilty.
That's your program.
Now, that's programming.
That's
Right? So now, I said, no, it's coming from the inside. Pork! How can you eat pork? I said, look, you can cultivate. Morarji Desai, the Prime Minister of the largest democracy in the world, India, Morarji Desai, he was taking his own urine, 6 to 8 ounces every day.
I heard that.
You heard that?
On the TV, though.
On the Newsweek.
BBC.
Yeah.
Oh, out in Mauritius when I saw the
I
whole thing.
heard that.
He says, it's good for cataract and it's good for tuberculosis. So he told his brother, his cousin, self-urine, we call it self-urine. And he says, cure him of his tuberculosis. And he says, you Christians? He said, you must also drink your own urine. You know why? Because the Bible says so. And he quotes.
Yes, you
No, listen. You see, now this is what, you can do anything.
Yeah.
You can mislead yourself. And he said, he quotes the Bible. He said, the Bible says, and he just said, I looked it up. He said, drink water from your own cistern. Now, he said, what is cistern? Cistern means bladder. Make your own piss. Now you see, look, the guy believes it. The guy believes it. Right? He's programmed. He's brainwashed. The Eskimo, the greatest act of charity or compassion he can show to his guest is to offer his wife.
And he's insulted if you don't take it.
Right. So, but now you look at my wife. I can see that poison in your eyes. I want to take his eyes out. I feel like taking out Neil or John's eyes out. You look like that to my wife. I will feel like killing you. No, programming. But now we are all getting programmed, right or wrong. So we need the right data material. You need material for programming, but it must be the right data material. Now, how do we know what is right? That is the question. We need programming. We have to program our children. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Is there anything wrong with that? Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. What's wrong with that? Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not kill. These are programming. You don't want your child to be programmed with that? Then there's something wrong with you. Am I correct now, man? You got to program. But now...
A little bit of free thinking.
We got to try and program everybody into that. What is objective law? Driving on the right side of the road. We are programmed. 60 kilometers an hour in a bit of area. You are programmed. Don't cross the barrier line. You are programmed. Is there anything wrong with that?
Yeah, these are simple rules of living.
No.
Who's going to choose what to be a program?
So now here we see that's our objective laws. The laws that were given to us.
The injunction is you must know the truth. You individually must know the truth and the truth will set you free. Not collectively as a people, but you individually must know the truth.
Yes, but now everybody, if you leave it to him, adultery is it right or wrong? He said, look, the willing man and the willing woman, man, who the hell are you to come in between? Sodomy, is it right or wrong? He said, well, the grown-up young man and the grown-up another young man, why are you coming in the way? So, no, you need objective law. No, where do you get that? You see, so,
passed down from generation to generation.
No, that can also be wrong. Passed on from generation to generation can also be wrong. Like my Hindu cousins. You see, for 5,000 years now, they said, now eating of beef is wrong. Right? So, I said, now, the Lobala system. I said, look, these are all our cleverness. It's coming from inside. The African, he reasons in a beautiful logic. He said, this daughter of mine, I brought her up. I educated her, medical care, clothing, and I brought her up, and she is now ready for marriage. Now, this young man comes along and wants to marry her, and I said, right, okay, with my blessing, and he's going to work her to death. You know, she's got something for nothing, and he won't care for it. So I want to put a price on her that this guy will look after that because it's valuable. So I said 11 cows. Right? For my daughter, 11 cows. So now, if you fall sick, he's worried. He says, I lose my 11 cows. His mother you can't get another one in a hurry. You need another 11 cows. So he's going to look after her. Anything wrong with that logic? No, beautiful. Yeah, no, beautiful. You see, man, this is the cleverness of man. Man is clever. He's ingenious. So he creates all this protection. Right? Beautiful. But now, that beautiful idea of yours created a problem. You see, now you cultivated that now. 11 cows for my daughter. 11 cows. Everybody thinks 11 cows. So more daughters I have, the richer I am.
So they don't get married.
Now, but John wants to marry my daughter, but he hasn't got 11 cows. So I said, all right, you can have her on credit. You see, but the children are mine. This is my field. You can cultivate and you can plant the seed, but the house is mine. Okay? So go ahead. So every African home, there are illegitimate children. You go. I have been visiting. You see, you go to the houses. Ubi Baba Wake. Where is this child's father? It says Angas. I don't know. Or no, wherever Baba Wake. Where is his father? This is Balagire. He ran away. Almost every home has an illegitimate child because that beautiful system today has created a problem. There are 6 million Zulus at least. Forget the Xhosas. Forget the Xhosas. 6 million Zulus. Out of that, 500,000 females. I mean, half of that, 3 million females. Out of that, 1 million males, marriageable age. They want 11 million cows. Where the hell are you going to get 11 million cows? You see, the system was a beautiful system, but it has cramed like a stranglehold. In India, my own people now. You see, the people, the Aryan invasion of India that took place, my ancestors, they invaded India. We are not actual natives of India. We are today natives of India. We are Indians. I can't say anything else. I mean Indian. But 5,000 years ago, we were not Indians. We had invaded India from the outside, like you invaded this country.
Where did you come from?
From the Middle East, Iraq.
Iraq?
Yes.
Are you an Iraqi?
5,000 years ago.
He comes from Stanger.
There were certain Indo-Germanic tribes in what we call Mesopotamia, Iraq and Iran and all that. So the grazing ground was getting too tight for them, so they started moving out. One went north, one came south through the Khyber Pass into India, the one remained. The one went that north are the Germans. They said, we are the Aryans, the master race. You heard that before?
Yes.
Right, right. They said, they are not like this other Europeans, the Slavs. We are the Aryans, the master race. The ex-Shah of Iran, his real title was Arya Mahar, means the light of the Aryans. They say they are the Aryans. The Arabs say these are not Arabs. You see, they are the Aryans. No? That's there, the blood. My people in India who are not Muslims, they say we are the Aryans. So that's the truth of it. No, 5,000 years ago, we were one people. But 5,000 years of intermarriage with the Nordic people and the climate and the diet made the Germans what they are. 5,000 years of intermarriage with the Indian people and the climate and the diet made us what we are. The Iranian is the nearest to what a true Aryan ought to be. But there is a common denominator between the Germans, the Iranians and my people. You see, but that's 5,000 years ago. Now when we invaded India, we found the Brahman cows. What do you see on the way to Maritzburg? You know the Brahman. To us, beef it is. You know, when you look at them, it makes our mouth water. Right? So we came into India and we were meat eaters, all of us. So we wanted to eat that. So he says, no, our wise man says, no, man, we must save this animal. How? You don't talk about pedigree cows, what the hell? Right. So he said, water. See, she gives us milk. From that we get our butter and our yogurt and our ghee, and even the cow dung makes such wonderful compost, better than any fertilizer that you can buy. So, do you eat your mother? He says, no. He says, we look after her. Programming. Beautiful. We did a beautiful programming that after 5,000 years, we have saved the cow in India. But India has the highest number of cattle population in the world. But little Denmark produces more milk and butter than the whole of India put together. Why? Oh, God loves the thing. He hates India. No. see, Denmark looks after its cows, good breed of cows, and they feed it and they get the return. In India, there's not even grazing ground.
Yeah.
So it has become a plague of cows. Now you see, your cleverness. It's immense cleverness. His lobola, your cleverness. Your protecting the cow, your cleverness. So
they should bring the cows from India and give them to the Africans, who then can buy the wives. You've solved the problem. 9 million cows.
So now what do? Therefore, we say we need somebody who will give us an objective law. And the only being who can give you that type of law is God. If it is from God. That law is not partial. It's not, this is for the Jew, that the Jews may milk all the other nations. Or this is for the European, or this is for the African. He gives you a law. Now look at that law, like the rules of the road. It's objective. 20 kilograms only you can carry in the plane. Objective. Previously 40 pounds in the train. Objective. So how you argue, say, no, I can see there's a logic. It's not made to discriminate against me or you or anybody. Similarly, we must get a law from God. And first thing now we must find out whether this is from God or not.
That's right.
Like this everybody claims. Everybody says this is my book, this is from God, this one says from God. Now we have to find out whether we have to now sit back and say, now let's see now whether this is from God or not. Or this is your own fancies, your own imagination, your own prejudice. So once we come to that realization that this is from God, then we submit. Then you find wholehearted submission. Because look, no motives involved. For example, I had a problem, Swaziland, King Sobuza, he was still alive then, his wife died, his eldest wife, she died, and there was a controversy in the country. How long is a man to wait before he can remarry? That's a controversy. His wife died, so they want to know how long must he wait before he can get another wife. Soon that question changed to how long should a woman to wait? Because he's got still 8 more wives. So it's not a problem what that you worried about. But suppose the man died, if the king had died his wives, how long were they to wait?
Yeah.
Right. So controversy in the country. So the king, the churches, they're going on like what with jihad or no jihad. Same type of things are there. How long? So he called up a synod of all the African churches. The Jehovah's Witnesses, then Seventh-day Adventists and Presbyterians and the whole lot. Come, I want you guys to come and sit and talk. Very good idea. So there was a Swazi. He had become a Muslim. So he calls me. He said, look, my church also is the king. My church is Islam. So I want my man also to come. So he calls me. So I also go down. It's in the King's Cross. They're sitting there in the grass from morning till 5. Things are going on. The guy comes forward. Each and every African is a Billy Graham, potential, or a Jimmy Swaggart, everyone. They are master orators, natural orators. So the guy comes along and he says something and everybody applauds. Hooray, you got it. Next guy comes along, he says polish. What do you say is rubbish? Polish. Polish. This is polish. Oh, it's rubbish. Garbage. It's all garbage. And he makes his point and everybody says, hooray. Another guy comes along. He says, this is polish. This is rubbish. And he makes a point and everybody says, hooray. It lasted till 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. No lunch, no tea, nothing. You just sit in the grass and you carry on. They don't know about all this. But this is your guest now. You must give them tea like tea now. Give them lunch. You just carry on. I don't need to yourself. 5 o'clock my turn comes.
5 o'clock at the end of the day.
End of the day. Yeah. So I tell them, I said, from morning till now, we haven't got the solution. I said, you know why we haven't got the solution? I said, because we're quoting the Old Testament and we're quoting the New Testament. We're quoting the New Testament, we're quoting the Old Testament. I said, but the answer is not there. In other words, it's your cleverness. Your own intellectualist thing. You're putting forth your own ideas. I said, the answer to this problem is in the last Testament. Have you heard of this? Actually, chapter 2, verse 200. I open the book. Last Testament. What does it say? It says, if any of you die leaving widow, they should wait concerning themselves 4 months and 10 days. Answer straight. You don't have to break your brain. 4 months and 10 days. But you say, well, look, what's miraculous about that? What's wonderful about that? Anybody could have guessed. Come on, we all guessed. So you say 4 months, he says 4.5, he says 4 months. Some clever man might have guessed. So Muhammad was a clever man. He made a guess and we think it's
4 months and 10 days.
4 months and 10 days. We accept, you see. But it says, what is it there to show us that's from God? Any clever man could have guessed such a thing. I said, no, that is correct. Any clever man could have done it. But as I've showed you, carry on. It says that you can make, now to the widow, 4 months and 10 days. Why 4 months and 10 days? It tells us, the same book says, for divorcee, 3 months. You have a right to remarry after 3 months. And in 3 months' time, you'll find out whether you're carrying or not. Is it? So, no, she's clear, it's right, you want to marry? Marry. Doesn't say you must, but you have a right now, 3 months. But for a widow, 4 months and 10 days. Why 4 months and 10 days? I'll tell you this. So look, this woman, she's just lost her
We're all
husband.
dying to know.
She's just lost her husband. Right? All right. So it says that you can make an offer of betrothal to her. My sister-in-law, she's a widow, and she doesn't know what's going to happen to her, who's going to look after her children, and she can't pay the rent. So I go to her and say, look, sister-in-law, don't worry, I'll look after you and your children. I will marry you. So I can make an offer to assuage her fears, or I can keep it in my heart. I said, look, when the period is over, I will propose. The book says you can make the offer of betrothal, or you can keep it in your heart. But do not enter into a contract until the period is over. Aha. I said, now that is not Muhammad's cleverness. The rest you can say, man was a very clever man, very great philosopher. He says, don't enter into a contract with her. Why? Because she is upset in an emotional... Right. No. Then I propose to say, well, I'm so happy Mr. Deedat. I said, you don't mind marrying? He said, no, not at all. She's thinking now, she's got something. So I called the priest and said, look, she's agreeable. I tie her up. Now, all the friends are talking. I said, no, don't worry, I married Mr. Deedat. So what, that guy? He used to beat his wife. He couldn't feed the children. Damn it all, what have you done? What was the bloody hurry? It's too late, madam. It's too late. Now you are in hell. Now the Creator knows. I might take advantage of your emotional upset. So I said, no, this is not Muhammad's cleverness. 1,400 years ago in the desert, the man is telling her, do not enter into a contract until the period is over. So giving her an extra time, more than 3 months, to come to a kind of mental balance. And you, in the meantime, you can suggest to her, she can start talking, say, Deedat must have, so what that guy is over there. You're going to die. So now you're on guard. So I said, like that, everything. This book now tells you anything, everything. You reason, he says, no, this is not Muhammad's cleverness. This is not Muhammad's cleverness. So where did he get it? So I asked him, hey, where did you get it? He says, given to me by inspiration. And when you look at the book itself tells you that this is not his. The whole vast volume I'll be giving you. In that vast volume, 2,000 pages, you will not find the name of Muhammad's father. His mother's name is not there. His wife's names are not there. His daughter's names are not there. Where he is born is not there. Where he died is not there. What kind of a book is that? A man writes a book. I write a book. My father's name, my mother's name, my wife's name, my daughter's name, my companions, nobody is there. What kind of a book is this? His birth is not there, but the birth of Jesus is there. The whole chapter is there, name after the mother of
I
Jesus.
think that's very symbolical, that birth of Jesus. I can't bring myself to believe that it could be a virgin birth. So it's got to be a man and a woman.
Now, that's a different thing.
Yeah.
But now here, this is the only book, non-Christian book, which makes it an article of faith for its followers to believe in Jesus. Why? When the Jews made a mockery of Jesus and his mother, you see, they said, he is the illegitimate child of Mary. A Roman soldier raped Mary, and that illegitimate offspring gave it off as the Son of God. That's what the Jews say. The Christian says, no, because he has got no father, his father is God. The Muslim is made to say, no, he's neither this nor that. What is he? Qul. Say, tell them, to the Jews and the Christians. Ya Ahl al-Kitab, say, O people of the book, O Jews and Christians, both of you. La taghlu fi dinikum. He said, do not go to extremes in your religions. Wa la taqulu ala Allah illa al-haq. And don't say anything about God except the truth. Innamal Masih, most certainly the Messiah, translated Christ. Innamal Masih, who is Ibn Maryama, Jesus the son of Mary, Rasulullah, is a messenger of Allah, messenger of God. Wa kalimatuhu, and a word proceeding from him. Alqaha ila Maryamu wa ruhum minhum, which he bestowed upon Mary, and a spirit proceeding from him. Fa'aminu billahi wa rusulihi, so believe in Allah, God Almighty, and his messenger, Jesus. Now, as to come in any objective, this thing, say, look, this group here said he is the begotten son of God. This one says he's the illegitimate child of Mary. This guy, he says, Muslim says, he says, no, he's neither this nor that, but he's a true messenger of God. Love him, respect him, revere him, follow him, but don't worship him. Now, now, come and tell me, why would Muhammad take such a stand? The easier thing was, the easiest thing, from the worldly point of view. You come along and tell me that this Jewish girl had a child without any male intervention. You say, yes. I says, Mother, if your mother, in the absence of your father, is gone for a long time, and she says she had a dream when she was carrying this child, that's what she's going to give birth to. You believe your mom? And your own daughter, you know she never lied in her life as far as you know. She's telling you, says, Ma, I heard some voices when I'm carrying a baby. You believe her? So how do you believe this Jewish girl, 2,000 years ago, that she heard voices, and you said, no, I make a mockery of you. He said, but no, that's the easiest way. There is no better way to fight than sarcasm. Yes? What are you talking, madam? You know, you believe that? We'll be shaken. You believe that?
Amen. There's one point.
Yes.
What happened at this meeting? You haven't told us at the end of
What
it.
meeting? Oh.
With all the Africans there, and you were sitting down.
No, they all want to know where can we get this last testament.
But did they accept the 4 months?
No, they can see that. Here
They accepted the 4 months,
whether
10
you
months
accept or you don't. Here is a book that gives you the answer. Mr. Beer tells me, says, Deedat, all this what you're telling me, I want you to write it down and I'll publish it in the Temple David magazine. I said, Mr. Beer, I can't write. And even today, though I have written many books after that, booklets. But in my heart and mind, that's the most difficult job, to write. Talking to me is second nature.
Comes easily.
Because from anything and anywhere I can take, and it seems to fit in. But writing, I've got to see, I've got to create a connection, and some logical connection. It's an ordeal.
You would make an admirable member of our sales team.
That's right.
Can we borrow it?
That was about the year that I left.
Yeah, then I left in 81.
Right. That was the year that I came back. So you must have filled the gap while I was gone.
No. We just started, you see. We had to start off from the basic.
What are you doing at present?
I'm working for a company called Bob Larson Silicones.
What do they do?
We supply furniture fittings, all the handles, hinges, to all the manufacturers. So I've been in that for about 8 years.
That team that they just left now. I don't know whether you saw them. The crew. I used to
There were some people from your hometown, Pretoria, some generals of the police force, etc., that happened to be in Durban, and they wanted to consult Mr. Deedat and get his opinions on a wide-ranging matters like Gulf issue, Muslims in the police force, where we stand, etc. So with them coming down, that level of delegation, they directly with city police made arrangements to have parking arrangements. So city police came here on Friday morning. We asked the police what is happening. They said, no, this is for people. So they blocked off the parking. Rumor has now started that Deedat had bodyguards coming in. That's why the parking was blocked off. But not one person has come and said, now, what's going on down here? You know, we said, we don't know. These people have arranged it direct. A human mind.
So anyway, Bashir Vanya left him now.
Yeah, he's gone on his own.
What is it?
I don't know. In fact, I asked him. He told me his mother is sick and he's going to be there with his mother, but I don't know when he's next.
Can't be sitting 24 hours a day with his mother to do what?
He's gone back to Joburg now, but I don't know.
Right, so his mother is in Joburg.
Yeah, his mother is in Joburg. I told him, look, bring your mother down, we'll pay for the flat.
Right.
And he says, no, you know,
he wants to go back. So anyway, he's gone back. And I think some other organization must have offered him.
Maybe this brother of mine, Abdullah, you see. He seemed to have received some money from somebody, my brother Abdullah. Because my other brother advertised in the Sunday Times. Anybody wants money, for any propagation work, contact me. So I told him, look man, come and join us at the Missionary Society. Most probably, it's not the Missionary Society can't afford, but somebody can say, like, I'll pay for his wages. Right? You keep him here instead of there. So, because these guys, you guys, you are becoming more sympathetic towards us. So, break that. So, your main man to go along and propagate, our work. He's taken away, the kingpin. This is shaitaniyat of the highest order, but we won't pass judgment. It can't take long because he can't live on fresh air.
No, because you see, he kept such a open this thing. He says, look, I maybe come back in a month's time. He's telling me like that. So he says, don't take anybody on right now. I mean, we can't find anybody to do this. It's just like that.
Assalamu alaikum. Yes, Ben Fozia. I think you got cut off yesterday. No, I don't know what happened really. Yes, there was another phone came on and I don't know what happened.
Did you take care?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
For Qurans, what do you?
If I see the thing, if you fax it to me, I might be able to give you some comments.
That other this thing.
Right, if you fax that to me. No good. No good. I must see it with my own eyes. Before I comment. No good. I must see the thing with my own eyes. No good. I must have the thing in front of me, then I know what I did, what I am. No, that's not my film. Your deadline is not my problem. None. I must see it with my own eyes. That Ben, the Majlis al-Ulama, they are planning 10,000, a force of 10,000 to go to the Gulf.
Yes, there was a...
I must see it.
Yes. No,
I read it as a no good. I must see it. I want a chance to mother. Now we learn. We're learning. It doesn't pay. But I won't learn it.
No. Yeah. No,
because when you're seeing the thing is something else, then somebody telling you.
Yes, I heard the news.
In the news
my wife heard the news and she heard a figure of 40,000, not 10. She's already helping. That's a good thing.
Who's Majlis?
So
that's what she said now. If it is that Majlis or for the Lisbeth, let's have it here. Your deadline, to hell with your bloody deadline. So why must we cooperate with you for your deadline?
No, we will cooperate, but you will cooperate.
That's I'm going to do it.
No, you got a deadline, then get off the phone and send the information immediately.
Right.
And we give you an answer immediately.
Right.
The more you talk about it.
Right.
Now, I heard that they want a meeting with Mr. Dickler to arrange for these 40,000 people to go and side with Iran. MashaAllah, I'm saying, MashaAllah, you don't need a meeting with Dickler because you can go straight to Pakistan or India straight away. You don't need visa, nothing. Alhamdulillah, they shouldn't even be gathering and wasting time. They need it in Iran. Straight away you go.
I don't know what meeting you have with the government. They only say...
They say they want a meeting so that they can arrange for these people to be dropped off at a friendly country and they will go and fight. So you can go straight away. There's no visa problem.
To Iran. Go to Iran. The closest country is Iran.
But what I'm saying, we have links.
You can open a second front against America.
Yes, from Iran. Go to Iran. 10,000.
Each person is entitled to his opinion, and it's good to see people, rightly or wrongly, are able to match their words with action.
Very good. Very good. Even to carry dead bodies. They need people to transport dead bodies and all that.
Even if they are wrong, it's good to see that people are can match their words with action. Alhamdulillah. And an easier way, we are recommending, don't wait for the meeting. You don't, as a Muslim, as an Indian Muslim, we don't have visa problems to go right now to Pakistan.
No, and the visa man, people are there in Johannesburg. You got Abdullah Deedat, you got the Iran intersection there.
Right.
They will issue the 10,000 with visas to enter Iran without question. You don't need Bota or FW declared.
But that you still have to go and apply for visa. If you go Pakistan or India, you get on a plane and go.
But Iran is closest.
Closest.
On
And
the border.
they say some of his fighter planes are in Iran. They said some of his fighter planes are in Iran. Iraq are in Iran. There must be some deal he must have made, you know what I mean? We don't know. But Iran plays a very important key. He says it's not a holy war. Right. So it is an armor, I don't care. But possibly I bought those planes. You start bombing those planes, you know, there's war with me now. Possibly I bought the plane. So you don't know what internal deal I made. Right. So that guy doesn't know. The Americans just can't go and bomb the plane. That's Iraqi planes, eh?
No, they can't go into Iran and bomb.
They can't go
Whether
into
it's
Iran.
bought or whatever, you can't go in. But you can't say to the guy that this plane in Iraq now belongs to Iranians, you can't bomb it. That's a different story. But he is wise to send it off to Iraq.
He sent some of it to Iran. All over the show, he said. Because he might wake up tomorrow and say from all sides, bomb.
Iran might be interested. He said, look, I haven't got enough. You know, here's something here. When you start, I'll tell you when you attack them as well. You hate the Americans. Right.
And Saudis.
Right.
This is the opportunity of a lifetime. You're right.
I will cut it off. Share it. If you win, you take all that portion and I'll take the...
No, they say possibly we'll never win. But we'll give them a battle of their mothers.
They're giving them a battle. Tell you.
At the moment, it's not
Their
really.
money's worth, I'm telling you.
It's not really.
If you really look at in between the lines what they're saying on TV, they're giving them their money's worth.
They ought to have given it to the Israelis.
Yeah. Before this even started.
Now it's too late. This guy's got all those Patriot missiles now. The son of two mukle, there are a million run shell. And that guy blows it out in the sky. He blows it out in the sky. Why did you wait? If you could have blasted half of Israel.
Million ran a shell.
1.5 million run.
And now, typical what you said the other day on the thing, men and machines straight onto the field. They airlifted those Patriot missiles and got Americans manning it because the Israelis still don't even know how to man it.
Right.
So again...
you got caught out, man.
Again, you have strengthened the cause of the Jews.
Well, the Americans won't take them back.
No, they said that the American people operating it will hand over once the Israelis are trained. Right. And they haven't revealed how many, but they have revealed that they have air freighted them through, and they're already in operation.
And they'll leave them behind.
And they're going to leave them behind.
Yeah. No, they can't take them back.
You're sending that other guy. What do you want Qurans? How many thousand Qurans you want?
I want about 2,000.
You send us a check, 10,000.
1,000 Qurans. How much is Make a deal. How much you want to charge us?
How much? What's the normal charge?
Normal is 5 rand, right?
So, what's the
you
problem?
want to sell for 5.
If you pick it up,
I can't pick it up.
Then because I'm sending it by road freight. Okay. You know what it's costing?
You get the guy doing the invoice.
No, I know it's costing a package.
How much? How much?
How much?
Guess.
About 2 rand a Quran.
How much? How much?
We'll book $1 million with you.
2 rand a Quran.
We'll book
No, I
1
said
million. 2 million rand will write on a check.
Just a freight 2 rand a Quran.
No, what's the cost of printing it?
No, printing I know it's hell of expensive. Printing
How much?
you can't print that for 20 rand.
Look, I want to see that invoice, man, for our interpret the Quran.
Alright.
I want to see the invoice and then I want the photo stat.
Alright.
I want to see the invoice first.
Alright.
This one here is costing us 26.70.
Yeah.
We sell for 15. It's costing there at the printers. Then what about handling it? What about storing it? What about is all cost going on top of it. 26.70 it cost me with the Interpack to print 100,000. And I said 15 lakhs. And when you buy for 15, I kiss your hand. You know, Farhad, thank you very much, man. Thanks to the Quran, every Quran you buying, I'm giving you 16. That's about 15 lakhs. Bonsala. Gift.
You know the people want Qurans. They phone you up from Pretoria and everywhere. They say Farhad hasn't got Quran.
I haven't got it. Look, 3,000 is only last month, right? Oh, not one. I haven't got one. I can say that look, I got one Quran.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you must move it.
You see, this is service to Islam. What you're doing now. Suppose you don't make anything. What better service can you do than to give Allah's kalam to people? Because even if you use any kind of high pressure salesmanship, getting the Quran into people's homes, what have you done?
Yeah.
Service to Islam. if the guy who bought it, the old man, if he doesn't read it,
Yeah, no, sir.
and then he might be encouraged to give away to somebody who is interested. Blessings, blessings.
Yeah.
This is service to Islam.
What is it, Farhan?
Well, send
What's that?
10,000 of that. But send me 150 for that Islamic school immediately.
Which one?
Remember I told you there's Islam, it started already.
Who's
PMT is opened up an Islamic school.
the Pretoria Memon boys are the rich millionaires, man.
Yeah.
You know,
You
they're
see,
not
you got
even-
to steal their brains. Look, the way I did it. You got to steal people's brains. These Qurans, you don't give away for nothing. Right? You get your money back. How do you get your money back? You got to go and tell the guy. He says, look, our children here. They should have these Qurans. It'll improve their English. They'll have the knowledge of Islam, Allah's Kalam, guided by it. And there are so many students. We would like you to subsidize this book here, 2,000 pages, an encyclopedia. Buy some of those boys, this comic, cartoon. Some books you get in the hypermarket, 5 rand and 6 rands for about 20, 30 pages. Buy one. They say, look, for my son, I paid this for this little thing here, 20 pages. How much? With sales tax, 6 rands. This 2,000 pages, 5 rands. Don't you think we should give to our children 5 rands each? So look, from the zakat you need that. Pay for it. Right? Right. I want you to pay how many students there? 500. He said, no, I can only pay 100. I said, I don't give. 100 from your side, Allah will reward you. Another guy, he said, look, 400 or 500. Still, balance. We want you to pay from your zakat. This is what you want to do. In no time, you got the money back, and you go and give. You're still getting the name. You want to go and deliver it yourself? He said, look, I come and deliver it to you. You go and hand it over. Or if you want me to handle it, I'll handle it. But now this thing costs us. They're subsidizing. You show the invoices, cost those guys 16 rands. Plus GST.
Yes, I'm here.
Mr. Bhai?
Yeah?
Call for you from ladies' place, brother.
Okay, put it in my side.
Right.
So, you see, there is an art. Now, I can do the job, but I am passing on how. You see, at one stage, in my early beginnings, Qatar promised me 20,000 Qurans from Singapore. I needed Quran very urgently. So they had some. I said, send it by air. Deedat, yeah? Yes. Yes, Fauzia. Yes. What? I don't know what's happening. Yes. So, this morning, or you mean the Mercury? No, I've got no time to look for the daily news now. I'll be reading it this evening. Tell me. Yes, correct, yes. No, they haven't approached me yet, Ben. No, you see, the problem is the problem of security. People, we are thinking, because somebody did approach me, but not the government. Somebody did approach me. And he said, now, if the people can be flown to Cairo and to London or Paris, why can't they be flown to Nairobi? Because the Saudi Airlines were coming as far as Nairobi. Right. Why not Nairobi? And this is a safer area than Cairo from the battle zone. But now we are not looking at another aspect. You see, Cairo is allied to Saudi Arabia in this coalition. Coalition. What do you call it? Coalition. Coalition. They are allied. So in other words, now the planes in Cairo will be protected by the government. And in London also there is this with the same coalition. They'll be protected. But in Nairobi, any terrorist, if there is such a thing as what they have been threatening all over the world, well, they can be easily bombed in Nairobi. So the man saw the point straight away. He said, it is further away from the battle zone, but it is easier for people to attack the planes than in London or in Cairo. Now we didn't see that before. So that's how the ordinary mind thinks. Look, it's far away from the battle zone, man. Why not here? So this is the problem. That's right. And they're not discriminating. He says, no, the South Africans can't use it. There's no such thing. Anyone who wants to take advantage of going to Cairo and finding their way home, or going to London and finding their way home, they are at liberty to do so. So we should ask them, well, maybe it's the money. The extra charges, extra insurance, so the ticket price goes up and all that. But you think they're trying to victimize you? It is sad, very sad. That is correct. But if you try, maybe he says, if you wait a little, we are always hopeful. This is the nature of man. We are always hopeful that things might just turn out, that they might make a special flight and send us to Nairobi. Because to me, they'd rather be stranded in Jeddah than in Nairobi. Nairobi is hell. Do you know that? I was stranded myself twice. You see, you'd rather be in Jeddah and go back to Mecca and Jeddah. Mecca and Jeddah is only 70 kilometers away. Right? Yeah, I think it's preferable. If I was stranded, that is preferable than Nairobi.
You got Khalil Mansoor's letter there?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, Penny replied for that.
No, I don't know. When they flight people, they will know what are the possibilities. I have no idea. No idea. No, I don't know one single person. Right there. So 20,000 Qurans. I said I would urgently. So they airlifted to me 1,000. It cost them $8 each. The Quran came here. Now I want to prepare the market for 20,000. So I came to the Transvaal, my best market, best customers, money-wise. And I traveled about 1 month around the Transvaal trying to sell Qurans. I'm offering to people 10 rands each or 2 for 15. It costs $8 each, every. But 10 rands each or 2 for 15. Standard Quran. Maybe you keep on talking about 18 rands or 16 rands. The Quran.
Right.
This ordinary one costs us 20.34.
Let's change my text now.
20.34 each. It costs us at Interpack. Not after storing and handling and iron. 20.34 each. The deluxe one. And the deluxe cost us 27.61. You mean? At Interpack, it costs us 27.61. If you want a photo stat of that, I give it to you.
Just this one here.
No, give both. Give the photo stat of both.
I'll give you both, so you got the full story.
Right. So, 10 rands each, or 2 for 15. So I go to the man. He said, I got it already. So I said, look, man, you can give to your bank manager. Some police left. And I said, you're a good customer. So he said, I send me one. I said, look, why don't you put another 5 rands? You get 2. One is 10 rands, 2 for 50. Put another 5 rands. You get 2. He said, no, 1 is enough. Okay. I take the order. Somebody, I sell them 2. Somebody, I sold them 10. Altogether, that whole trip I sold 200. I'm the best salesman that you have in the country. For anything. If I want to sell insurance, any bloody thing I want to sell. I'm the best salesman. I don't want to sell myself to you, but you know, I'm the best salesman. That's why I came to the stage. I'm the best salesman. I sold only 200. To me, absolutely. Because the 20,000 when they come by the turn of the century, the best salesmen are this is what his performance. What did he do? I'm despondent. What's going to happen to me when I get the 20,000? Allah is Musabib Asbat. He solves your problems for you. That's right. So it's 2034, huh? 2034. And 2761 each. 2761 each. So I'm sitting in my office in Madrasa there. A young doctor, trainee doctor, he comes to me from the medical college. Dr. Anwar Hussain, he wasn't a doctor then, he's training. He is like a family child. He grew up in front of me, so he comes to me. He said, Uncle, we performed a miracle yesterday. He right there. Yeah. Yes, okay.
No, my tie is coming from.
Shall we give some?
No, I got my wife is there.
Both from both of us, we hope you like it, because always you didn't hesitate at speaking to us. You didn't say you are busy. You know what I mean? Go ahead, okay, now leave it. I'm a busy man. You know. So I hope you like it. I'm not going to okay.
Oh,
right. Right. I hope you like it. That's right. I told her, no, you deserve something from us. Because you know why? You're such a busy person, but still you find time to speak to us.
What's the difference? Allah expects you to read, think, and then you come to the conclusion that this is harmful to Islam, heartening to Islam. And if you did the job, maybe Allah might even reward you even if you were wrong. He will look, according to your given this information, what I see, and actually with my own eyes, my own logic, I can see, that he is going to harm the lady. So I got rid of it. Maybe you might get hanged here. But on the other side, you might be rewarded. Because you use your brains and you came to your own conclusion. But you didn't. You are like a zombie. The Jews were zombies. And Allah is warning you, don't be a zombie. But you are still a zombie. You won't think. It's now your hatred is going to motivate you. You don't like to see this. Your hatred for me, for the work that I'm doing. Right? Saudi connection. Now that's a hatred. It's a hatred. You come out of the mosque and your heart is burning. So what kind of Muslims are you? Program.
They should be happy.
They should be happy. Alhamdulillah. Even if you got it from the Russians, the money, and you got this, and what are you doing inside? Let's go and see. What is he doing? Someone is promoting Islam. Good or bad? So he could have done better. Say, yeah, but this is what he's doing. Good or bad? So no, it's good. So you should be happy. But you're not happy. Why aren't you happy? It's your hatred. Reason for your hatred. Jealousy. Whatever. No, there's something wrong. You're not even prepared to talk.
Exactly. Because I was in Mauritius, there was an attorney there. He said he's very fanatical about your takes. He likes your takes, but he didn't like one take.
Right.
Hinduism to Islam.
Right.
I kept quiet. First I didn't tell him anything. I was sitting neutral.
Right.
Kept on telling him, he kept on talking. So he said, oh, he didn't like where Deedat says, you're monkey god, monkey god, monkey god. So that the friend of mine who I was staying with, he kept quiet for a while. He says, this man here, he does all Ahmad Deedat's printing. I said, oh, so I said, now he knows who I am now. First I was listening to what he said. So I said, now tell me, what should Deedat say? Beautiful God? Dog God? It is a monkey God. We call a dog by his name. He's a dog. He says monkey God because people believe in monkey God. So I said, you got any other way of telling it? Is there another way of saying a monkey by some other name? Then he says, no, you shouldn't say monkey God, just say God. I said, but it's not God, it's monkey God. They believe in monkey God. They believe in this God, and they believe God with 6 hands. And you can't say God with 2 hands. Then he says God with 6 hands. Then he says, no, but you are stressing that word, monkey, monkey, monkey. You shouldn't stress. Why must you stress? I said, well, you must show a way of not stressing it. I mean, at least it might open the eye of one of Hindus.
No, your daughter.
Right,
you see, if your daughter was going that way,
right.
If you can save your daughter.
Right.
Take a look at the lingam.
Right.
Your daughter didn't know that.
Right.
Huh? She's bargaining, she's going out with that Hindu boy. With her lover. and she's going to marry the fellow in temple.
Mm-hmm.
If she just knew this,
She would be shocked.
if it could have saved her,
Definitely.
was that thing worth it?
Worth it, definitely.
But no, maybe he's related to the Hindus. You see, when you find out, his wife may be a Hindu.
You're definitely right.
Or his son-in-law is a Hindu.
Possible somewhere along the line, something. Because I also thought
Or
about
Islam
that.
has a religious heart.
Right.
That's the same thing to those munafiqs.
Right.
See, everything is fine. They're praying with our Nabi, Masjid al-Qiblatain.
Right.
And in the middle of the Salah, Allah sends a wahi, about turn. So how does our Nabi do about turn? He's in the front there, so he stops and he goes to the other side and says about turn, everywhere. Now, Punjab waited for the next Salah. He said, now look from now on. Huh? Now, who's talking? All this. Those who are making Salah behind it. Immediately Allah says, you have discovered the munafiqs. That's the test for the munafiqs. You don't know, they are all praying behind you. No, these are the munafiqs. You know them. Allah knows them. If you are faithful to Him, it's about turn.
Right.
You do about turn. You don't ask questions. Is this from Allah? Yes. It's about turn. Why didn't you wait? Why didn't you wait?
It's a command, you see.
That why didn't you wait is munafiq. You, by in Mauritius, how long are you with these Hindus? Did you ever deliver the message of Islam to a single Hindu in your life? Did you? They are all going to go to hell. He says no. So Allah says so. Allah says everything He will forgive, but not shirk. They are doing shirk. So Allah says I won't forgive. But put them into hell. And they are your brother-in-laws and your son-in-laws, and you haven't done a thing. Do you think Allah will leave you? Deedat, look. That guy, he picked himself up. He did it himself.
Exactly.
Right. This is not the most perfect of tapes. The most perfect way is this one. Maybe there are 1,000 other ways of doing it.
Sure.
That's you better. You
Exactly. This is what I told him.
Damn it, you should be doing it.
I told him that you are an attorney. I mean, you should show us a better way.
Right.
I will convey it to Mr.
Right.
I told him that.
Right.
Then after a while, I think he was getting in the corner now. So he says, oh, yeah, I'm sorry, I have to go now. I've got some other appointment. Out, he was gone. So then I knew for myself that he was just trying to evade because he found that I was...
No, jealousy.
Yeah.
The guy, everybody's getting attracted to the guy. And he can't even speak good English. Suddenly, grammar no ठिकाना नहीं मिलेगा. But everyone says, Deedat. So, LLB, and nobody's talking about me and talking about Deedat. Listen, look at him, man. Uncouth, barbaric, which is the lingam, the yoni, is all baat kare. No, that's jealousy. Shaitan. Saying, am I not better than him? But you're not giving me recognition.
Allah Ta'ala says, I will give the recognition. That's what I explained to you.
These things are there for different. So the biggest discovery I made this last trip of mine, that because the man came to me, Muhammad Isa Khan from Jeddah. He's also, as soon as I go there, somehow he just wanted to be. That he's got that feeling. Mr. Deedat, I want you to write a book. This booklet. About what? He said about how to call the Hindu to Islam. He said, look, I'm a specialist. No one will do that with the Jews and the Christians. This is not my field. It's just by the way I was 65. एक दिन से तो jokingly सब actually it was. You know, कौन से रफीके कौन से बड़ा अगो करते हैं pharmacy. Then they look, I said, right, okay. Because you see the group there and all that. It was just like a joke, you see. But the videotape now, I said, look, when I'm going to another videotape, they said, right, let's multiply. But otherwise, it was just like a joke. I was entertaining the boys. Actually, I went to entertain them. This was not a serious lecture, going to the city hall and talking from Hinduism to Islam. That might have been something different. When you have all my own children, and I'm just talking to them freely. I want to, shake you up, shock you into the realization of what it is. That's I was just trying to do a job of it. And it became a bestseller. Well, look, it's not my but I said, no, I'm not really qualified. I said, there are thousands of alims in India, Pakistan. They are the right people. They are qualified. They are in there. and aliens, real learned people. I'm sure they have done some things. And if they have, you find it from me, I will reproduce it. He says, no, they haven't done it. I said, all these thousands of aliens, they haven't written a single booklet that you can give to a Hindu? He says, no. In this 1,000 years you rule that place, and in 1,000 years you couldn't produce a single booklet that you can give with a smiling face with the Hindu? Maybe the most diplomatic manner that you know. He says, no. So come and ask Maulana Umar. I said, no, sir, okay, check it. I want to reproduce it. If somebody had written it, we reproduce 500,000. Million copies, give it to the Hindus in India. At least make a start. You know, something, not, this is too strong. This is strong. I agree with you. I can give him that kasa, lingam yoni, learn the body in puja karo. But if the guy doesn't know what is lingam, so I have to tell him okay, what it is. That means I'm telling him it's prick and push. This is going to create a problem for you. I don't want to do that. I don't want you to get massacred because of my book. So तुम्हारे पास के हारू diplomatic होते मैंने दियो, I will reproduce it. 1 million copies, I can afford it. कैसे तक नहीं कि मोटी-मोटी किताबों, encyclopedias. I don't want encyclopedias. I want a book. Exhibition. Laugh होता. Why?
अस्सलामुअलैकुम बाबा.
क्या चल रहा है?
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह.
How's it, right?
Alhamdulillah.
Khadu.
Yeah.
Khadu.
Burger. Mighty burger. Chicken burger. Nice, I like it. It's worth it. That's why we buy it.
How much?
2 burgers for the price of 1.
But you have to carry the 2.
No, it's like they don't give. You can't separate them. Like say, there's 1 box for you. Eat that burger. 1 box for you.
Yeah, you take half that you need and give half to somebody else. Give to me. Say, Papa, take it home.
But you don't like that skin. It's like they make the roll about that long, and they make it's just about, they just bluff you that it's 2 burgers in 1. They make the burgers in like sausage shapes,
right?
But they're not sausages. But they make the chicken into a sausage shape, small enough. If you join those 2 together, it'd be about a burger size. But then, since it's long and the burger's like long, you think it's 2. But it's equivalent to 1. And Papa, I know something. You know where they say, Allah put you on this earth for a reason. I'll show you one perfect thing what you can do for the lectures. I need a pad. A small page.
I'll give you. No, that's card.
This pen is working.
Okay, this one is working. That one's also working. Right.
Now, we did this in science. We take 5 tins. We draw 5 tins in a triangular shape.
Right.
And then we put the other 2 on top. And we put 1 on top.
Right.
Now that 1 on top will be man.
Right.
The 1 in the bottom will be animals. Okay. And this one will be plants.
Right.
Plants. This one will be soil.
Right.
This one will be water.
Right.
And this one will be air.
Air, right.
Air, breathing. Now we take a gun. Now, just say all these powers are in your hands. Just say, not true, but just say. And you shoot down plants.
Right.
Now without plants, animals won't survive.
Right, and men
won't survive.
Right.
So those 3 are out if you shoot down plants.
Right.
If you shoot down water,
right,
none of them will survive. Right. Soil won't survive. Without water, you can't get the enrichment thing. And without water, everything won't survive.
Right.
All this.
Right.
Now if we take down man,
right, still
nothing happens. The animals will survive, plants will survive, air would survive, water would survive, and soil would survive.
Right.
So that proves that
man is dispensable.
Yes, Allah put man on this earth for a reason.
Right.
Because if he can take it out, the earth will still. If he takes out man, the earth will still survive.
Right.
He doesn't need man.
Right.
Because he can still carry on with the animals, the plants.
So Allah tells you why He's created man. He said He's created man so that he may know Him, Allah, that he may recognize Allah. Because man is the only creature on earth who can recognize Allah without seeing Him. You know, he can reason. So look, all these things are made as he's following a law and an order, a system. The earth is rotating on its axis. What speed? It's 24,000 miles, 1,000 miles an hour.
And you never go down any bit lesser or
1,000 miles an hour. So in 24 hours it makes a complete circle. Right? It's neither going slow or fast. Suppose you speeded up the earth to 2,000 miles an hour. You know what would happen?
What?
No life.
How come? How come? It's going too fast.
If it goes too fast, no, you won't feel it. You won't feel it. But the day will be half the day. You see? So as soon as the sun comes out, it warms, and before it starts cooling, again the sun. Or nighttime cool, before it can warm up, again cool. Again, it's a little warmer, and again cool. So nothing can survive. Everything dies. Plant life dies. If you slow it down, it will burn the things to death. And what? For 24 hours the sun is shining onto the plants.
No, it'll be 48 hours.
It's 48 hours the thing is shining onto a plant. So by the time 48 hours, the thing is all crumbling, going down. And then 48 hours night. So whatever survives now, the cool of the night kills it. No life. If you double up the speed, no life. If you half the speed, no life. So now only man can see that this is following a law and an order. The earth is inclined at an axis of some 21 and some degrees. Do you know that? Do you learn that?
Yeah, I know, we learn it.
Now, you see, that means the earth is rotating like this. Not rotating like this. At top, when you spin it, it turns. And it at times appears that we're standing still, because it's spinning so perfectly that it looks like it's standing still. But it's turning. It's turning. So let's say we say make a perfect job. Let us make the earth to be straight, not crooked like a trunk card. Suppose you did that. No life. You didn't know that. They didn't teach you this.
No, because if you put it this way, it'll still rotate, but in a different way.
No. If it turns this way, then the sun is shining at the equator. The equator is there all the time.
And it's going right round.
So now, the sun rays, it evaporates the water. The water starts going up and it falls, goes up and falls. Some of them reaches the North Pole. Once it reaches the North Pole,
it becomes into snow.
No, it becomes ice.
Oh yeah, ice.
Right? South Pole, ice. Gradually there will be no water left. Because the sun is not shining to melt the ice. It's not shining to melt the North Pole or the South Pole. So everything keeps on evaporating. Evaporating and going up. Whatever goes and settles down in the snow areas, finish. So there won't be any water left. No water, there won't be any sea left. Can you see? Because once the water goes and solidifies, and the sun is only shining at the equator. But because of the axis, it's giving time to, on the top level, when this is near the sun, this way here, the sun is affecting at the bottom level.
And also if you put this, if the sun turns, it's rotating like this, if it goes like this and rotates, then
again.
All the part then is not shining in the middle, because the equator is in the middle of the earth, so it like divides itself to shine. If it only shines on one side, then the other side will be
one side will be cold,
and the other will be boiling.
So all this we can see that it's a perfect order, a perfect law for us to see and to benefit from. Because the animal don't understand all that. Huh?
They eat.
The plant life don't understand all that.
That.
The only one who can see says, man, there is a master creator who made all this. Only who can appreciate that is man. This eye, look at the way it's blinking. Huh? You know, the dust falls in. Lubrication. It's getting lubricated. Huh? Automatically it's being lubricated. Your teeth. You know, if these were made of metal, it would have been worn away long ago. You know, it was worn out. 75-year-old. Your grandpa, his teeth are there, except for these two here. 75 years I'm using the teeth, and it's still there. No metal could have lasted. Do you know that? No metal could have lasted for 75 years. You use it and it's still there.
It'll be tinted.
No, finish. It'll be worn out.
Because even when you eat bones.
No, it's getting worn out all the time, but it's getting replaced. The calcium in the body is replenishing it. Did you know that? Otherwise this thing will be finished. The thing is getting worn. It's getting sharper and sharper.
And it also made the order that put biting teeth in front, tearing teeth over here, and chewing teeth right in the back. Because you bite
and the way it's doing the
tear,
job.
And you chew, all in up. And Allah even made a order for animals to eat the food chain. See, as the sun has the energy to produce the plants to be eaten by an insect or an animal, and an animal that can eat another animal or insect, and then that was to be decomposed back into the soil, and then to make plants use sun energy, and carries on like that.
Abanja phone.
Actually, you told him.
No, he said they'll come. Yes, sir. I told him about this. You should send it to him. You send him our program.
Yeah. No, you told him he doesn't know about that Canada 18,000 or whatever.
No, so he'll come and see us. So
we just
I left that one on your table.
Jazakallah.
How did it go?
Went off very well. A small congregation. The Imam there, he is that extreme Sunni type, and he wanted to that the Jamaat boycott Tahirul Qadri. So the Jamaat said, no, we don't want to enter into that controversy. So the Imam resigned. He went, hey.
But classroom, there's the books that you wanted to find out which ones you wanted.
So, કેટલા વાગે પેલું આપણું જવાનું છે તા?
7:15 they said.
All right. So, by
decomposer.
It decomposes.
Yeah, all the.
Starts rotting.
But do you know it's an insect?
Bacteria, you mean?
No, decomposer. Now it is a bacteria, but the latest name is decomposer. We saw a video of it that shows it how it goes into the cells of the thing, and made of wheat, which is a plant.
Right.
So now that plant is dead and it's going to be eaten. You know, baked. It's all roasted. Now it needs to go back to its soil to enrich it. So it's decomposing it.
Right.
Decomposing, so it's becoming funginess and it's eating away the thing. But why it's becoming fungi? Because the sugar and all the other things added to it, that's not natural.
Right.
So it's getting fungi. But if you put a dead animal there, after 2 days it'll be gone. It'll be totally flat out into the soil.
It'll be eaten up.
Yeah, even its bones.
Bones will be eaten up. Over a period.
Yeah.
Nasin Ghanshabli.
She's eating skull.
As soon as she's ready, I think we should move about 1:15, 1:30. Okay, but inshallah. Just let me see this.